Hi folks, this is Commander again. Today's video is about the shape of our world. Let's start with part 1 called Questions and Assumptions. Quite appropriately, I might add. This is an equation, y equals x plus 1, and this is the graph of the equation. Let's assume that x is equal to 5. Therefore, if and only if x is equal to 5, then it follows that y is 5 plus 1, which is 6. Similarly, if we assume that x is equal to 9, therefore, if and only if x is equal to 9, then it follows that y is equal to 10. So we have two different assumptions that have yielded two different outcomes. Y is equal to 6 if x is equal to 5, and y is equal to 10 if x equals to 9. And each outcome is only valid for only one of millions and millions and millions of infinite assumptions. So you tell me, how old am I? Let's see how clever you are. If y is my age and x is my brother's age, how old am I? What's the problem? You don't have an answer? Or maybe you have millions of answers. If you assume that my brother is 10, then I must be 11. If you assume that my brother is 28, then I must be 29. If you assume that my brother is 113, then I must be 114. So how old am I? 11, 29, 114, 58, 231, 12, 43, which is it? Are you done assuming? Are you ready to quit? By assuming, you are merely asking me a question. You're asking me to tell you if you got it right, when you're all wrong. And if maybe one of you managed to get the answer right, it's only by accident. Since x is unknown, y is also unknown. Everybody can see that. You need more information. An assumption is not enough, is it? An assumption will never solve a problem. It is just a guess, supposing a thing without a proof. It's a supposition, a postulate, an unwarrantable claim. There is only one truth, and your assumption is just a hypothesis, and is insufficient to unravel the truth. You cannot declare to me that you know the answer. You are merely assuming or guessing at the answer. These are two very different things. But I will show you something even more dangerous than pretending to know the answer. This is another equation. Z equals y minus 20. Z, in this case, is the number of wives that my brother had. Y is my age, and now his wives are directly linked to my age, which you do not know. And now you're making up stories, also known as theories or fairy tales.
Hey Angela, do you know that guy?
Yeah, I heard he is 28. The guy with him is his 27-year-old brother. He had 8 wives. Unbelievable. What a terrible womanizer. I saw the photos. It is confirmed.
No, that's not what I heard. He is 20 and his brother is 19. His brother was never married because he is gay. Just look at how he touches other men and you will understand.
You see how assumption upon assumption and conjecture upon conjecture is leading into an imaginary fairy tale. These are the dangers of assumptions and speculations, having no undeniable proof, but just guessing at different answers out of a multitude of answers. But what happens if we know for sure that X is 22, my brother's age? If X is 22, then in this case, we can no longer assume anything. Then it also must be true that 22 and 1 is 23, which is my imaginary age. There can be only one logical conclusion. Only with this fact that X is 22 can you know for sure what my age is. Then it also follows that Z is 23 minus 20, and only now can you know for sure how many wives my brother had. Exactly 3, no more and no less. There is only one truth. You have to remember this for the rest of your lives. If anybody tells you otherwise, ask him to take the moral test. Conclusion. Assumptions are not facts. They are speculation. Therefore, do not portray your assumptions as facts unless you're stupid. The above is a fact. So let me repeat it. Do not portray your assumptions as facts unless you're stupid. Any assumption must be verified beyond a shadow of a doubt in order for it to become fact. Only at that point does it cease to be an assumption. So this is you, and this is a top secret military outpost. The location is unknown. Composition is unknown. It has 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of nighttime. The sun size is unknown. The sun distance is unknown. The shape is unknown. And your mission is to find out what shape this place is. Is it concave? Is it convex? Or is it flat? You're given 3 options. What indications do you have? You're given 2 flags, and the flags are placed 800 kilometers apart. One flag casts no shadow, where at the same time, the other flag casts a very definite shadow. So what shape is this place? Can you give me an answer? I hope you're not beginning to assume things now. We don't want to go into wild cuckoo land. Remember, the sun size and the sun distance are unknown. The only thing that is known is the length of the shadows cast by the flags and nothing else. Can you determine the shape of this planet? Without this information, your conclusions.
Yeah, so what is up, Luna? Yeah, it's pretty toxic over there. It's really nasty, that little Discord. Yeah, I went in the room there. It didn't go so good. They just muted me and attacked me, of course. But yeah, real joke. So what we're watching here, this is a Conundrum 74. This is a concaver who did quite a bit of work. It's pretty cool. I think he's got a lot of really good points here.
Are useless in this experiment. Part 2. Assumption and Deception. The story of Eratosthenes and Carl Sagan.
Yeah, I find it really, really strange. You know, that we've got this whole dichotomy going on. Globe, flat, argue back and forth, globe, flat. Anyone tries to say anything else? I find it really strange that, you know, that we can't even entertain concave when people are entertaining simulation and holodecks, and I mean they just talk about complete nonsense all the time. It's like, so the guy who was interviewing me, to get into this channel, my goodness gracious, you should have seen like what he thought it was. He was telling me about vortexes and all kinds of shit. I was like, wow. And then he's telling me, yeah, but now make sure if you try to present anything, you got evidence to back it up. And this dude is talking about fairy floss Candyland. I mean, he is going off his head about what he thinks it is. And I was just trying to tell him about Libyan desert glass and mega cryometeors and all kinds of shit that he'd never heard of. And he told me he didn't know, he's not familiar with the concave earth. I found that very strange. But I think a lot of people don't get, at least the chance to look at this model. I mean, I'm not saying it's the end all be all, but I just find it really kind of telling that they be all freaked out about letting a concave earther in the panel and then friggin' just jump me. Just jump me and mute me. Do they do that to Globers, Luna? When Globers come on, do they just jump them and mute them? Or do they give them a chance to talk? Because I heard a lot of people talking some stupid shit. And they told me I couldn't talk about certain things. And then I hear them talking about all kinds of bullshit. There's a joke over there. That's all right. We're going to start our own shit up over here. Right. Yeah. Yeah, if you got something you want to talk about, chime in, buddy. Oh, they let them? Oh, but then they gang up on them, with the same argument. For some reason, they think they've proven water is flat. It drives me crazy. I mean, they literally say, I've got proof water is flat. See, look. Like, unfriggin' believable. The dude sent me a diagram, right? And it was just a stupid protractor set on top of a picture of the water. And he told me he absolutely proved the concave earth wrong with a protractor set on water, on a picture of water. It's ridiculous. They've really convinced that they've, proven the earth is flat. Yet they can't point to any kind of model that works. I don't get it. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yes, someone's going to have to come up with a correct experiment, which is kind of blows me away at how far we are, right? That we haven't actually been able to set a line and measure, which is pretty tricky. Yeah. So tell me something about the characters over there, because they were warning me about this quantum eraser. He said, "Do you know who quantum eraser is?" Like, no. Man, they were scaring me about quantum eraser. Yeah, well, he's not going to like you. Yeah. Yeah, quantum eraser. I don't even know if that was the dude who attacked me, but somebody came out the woodwork and they were just, shit, this guy never shuts up. I was only on there for like 5 minutes. Fucking funny. Quantum eraser was on the one I was. He never bothered me because I was in chat. Yeah, so that's good. So there's some people in the chat I noticed who are trolling a bit. But apparently he's in VC and people hate him. Oh, is he Canadian? Bro, I don't know I wanted to talk to you about this. So I don't know what's going on with Canada, dude. But yeah, it's like a troll network up there. I noticed that, man, and then I kind of there's a lot of Masonic shit happening up there in Canada, because that's that old bitch's property, just like here. So, and I know my dad was from Canada. Yeah, there's total like Masons up there, and I noticed a lot of it's coming out. I noticed a lot of the flat Earth deception came out of Canada. There's or up there at least close even. Old Mark Sargent, he's up there in Whitby Island. He's a total shill. My God, what a shill. I mean, and this guy is still coming up with the same stuff, right? Then I had people attack me. Oh, you're you're debunking a projection. No, I'm not debunking a projection. This guy, Mark Sargent, is still pushing this AE ice wall garbage after all these years, and people are eating it up. And he's like one of the top fleddies. And come on, how can you trust these people? I mean, shit, someone's trying to. I mean, look, I would want to understand the flat Earth, and if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, look, man, the Earth is flat," I would say, "Why? How? Show me." And then they show me that. I mean, come on, dude. Work with me here. I don't know. Am I just really stupid and everyone else is super smart, or am I missing something? Because it is ridiculous. I mean, like ridiculous. Like you've really got to, I'm trying to say, the Earth is concave and have a lot of, visual like simulation or things to help you understand what I'm trying to say. And people are being convinced the Earth is flat with all these inconsistencies. God, yeah, they're a bunch of trolls, man. It is a straight troll network that is pushing this flat Earth psychological operation on the unsuccessful. They're not ready for it. This public is, it's idiocracy, mate. We are going down. Yes. So Canada, man. So you know what you guys do have in Canada, which is the greatest candy bar of all time. You tell me, Luna Gigi, what is that greatest candy bar in Canada that is usually not sold worldwide? Very hard to get, and it is a delicious, tasty treat. And I think it is the greatest candy bar ever made. Come on, Luna Gigi, what is that candy bar? It was what I used to look forward to hitting Canada. When I hit Canada, to just eat about 5 of them. Amazing, tasty treat. Come on, let's name that. Let's name that candy bar. What is that candy bar? In fact, here I'm gonna tell you what that candy bar is. Is it? There it is. Hang on, sorry. What the hell's going on here? Oh no. What happened here? Images. And there it is. That is the candy bar. It is coffee crisp and it is amazing. Such a beautiful tasting candy bar. There it is. Yummy. It's made by Nestle. Yeah, coffee crisp, bro. It's definitely around. Hopefully it's still around. In fact, yeah, I saw you can order it. Amazon used to ship it across the pond, but I don't know what's going on now. Yeah, coffee crisp. Canada has this great candy bar, and they also have, I don't know. I don't smoke anymore, but their cigarettes are awful tasty. They're expensive, but they're tasty. Unlike Australian cigarettes, which are garbage. God, yeah, cigarettes over here, bro, going off the chain. You know how much cigarettes are in Australia? Right. Hang on. Because if you want to smoke with tailor-made cigarettes, you know, a cheap pack of 20 cigarettes here is over about getting close to $25, man. And that's not even the good ones. I mean, not even like there's good ones. All the tobacco here it's grade B. It's what they sweep off the floors. Yeah, cigarette is not what you want to be doing here, or alcohol for that. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, 20. Yeah, you guys are right there too. You know, it's same deal, right? Same old hag running this, running the show. Yeah, it's shocking. It is shocking. So, do you come into the States much? Do you drop down into the States, Luna?
Your conclusions are useless in this experiment. Part 2: Assumption and Deception. The story.
So where do you head into the States at, man? So you're in London, right? London, Ontario. You're the hometown of Justin Bieber. Is that correct? Around Toronto. So what's the closest way to get to the States from there? Okay, other side of Niagara Falls. Man, bitching. I happened to go there. Yeah, I was in Niagara Falls. Yeah, when I went to uh, camp in the Catskill Mountains. Oh, sweet, man. You're at a cottage? Nice. Starting to cool down. I bet. Yeah, starting to warm up here. Thank the good Lord. God, this has been a long winter. Oh, the horror. The horror. Oh, so the border's closed. That's cool. And so, what's it like going back and forth across the border there, bud? Is it pretty chill, or they're ripping your car apart? I keep on seeing them rip people's cars apart. It's got to be nice. Yeah. I guess. No, I can't imagine, bro. No, I can't imagine living through some freaking Canadian winter, dude. I don't think I'd do it well. Yeah. In fact, I mean, like we're really soft over here. We are really soft. There's people who run around here just freezing, and it's not cold. At least like Vegas gets cold, but here, it's like I don't know if you've ever been in Southern California in the winter. That's about what it is like here. I wear shorts all year long, and people, I used to swim all year round. I got to start doing that. I got to get back in there. Are you familiar with the Wim Hof method? Yeah, jumping in cold water is really fucking good for you. It's really good for you. Man, it's amazing. Yeah, I know, man. It's really really nice where I live. Yeah, if it wasn't, completely taken over by lunatics, I mean, it's a great place, but a bunch of lunatics run this place. And so goes the world, bro. Right? How man, I don't know. When I was younger, I used to think, older people had it together. Ridiculous, right? No, man, we don't have it together. We don't got it figured out. In fact, man, God knows, we're in big, big problems, aren't we? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But if what I believe is happening is really happening, it's not just a figment of my imagination, the world is a pretty retarded place. Yeah. And I'm not saying, I'm smart or anything, but yeah, I think it's, I used a bad word. They're probably going to cancel me for saying that word. Retarded. Well, it is, right. You're right. No, in fact, I think like it's given retards a bad name. Hey, Sam, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing, man? How you been, bro? Yeah, it's complete moronic. Like, yeah. I think it's almost worse than the movie. The movie yeah, the world has gone really completely. Well, we're not quite that bad, but we're getting there. Bow to Christian concavers and campaign for my kingdom, or you will be raptured, removed. All right, none of those fear tactics around here, Sam. Keep playing that game. All right. I'm out to sow seeds of love, peace, and open communication with all who wish. Yeah. Pablo. What is up, my man Pablo? What are you doing? Pablo's out there banging them. Pablo's just in the chat over there at the debate. He's ripping them to shreds. Ain't got nothing. They got nothing, Paul. They got nothing. Yeah. Why don't you come on the channel, Sam? I got a link right here. There you go. Yeah, and anyone who wants to come on, yeah, it is easy stuff, right? Right, Sam? I mean, right, Paul? I agree. I mean, so obviously something is going on there, Like, what is the deal? Why can people talk about fairy dust and unicorns and vortexes and all that garbage, but I cannot even talk about, I mean, the concave Earth? Do you think that the holodeck Earth is a little stranger? No. Do you think Pac-Man Earth? No, that's not crazy, right? A sun that's like actually transporting from the east to the west through some crazy gate that's not there. Like, come on. Please. Like, I don't know. What is the thing with concave? What is it? Or is it I know it's something because them fuckers are scared of it, man. They don't want to, I think it should be just like an open, like an open discussion about what it could be, right? All these different. I mean, that's what the heliocentric was like. All these forever distances. Oh my goodness! So here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, and he is Samuel Hancock. What's up, dude?
Hey, Sean.
What are you doing, man?
I've just had
Long
a
time.
real. I've just been venting
Hey,
at
let me
you,
tell you.
just ranting for about half an hour, thinking that you were still listening on my stream. But then when I've ended my stream, I can see that you're here talking. So you haven't
I
been
am, my
listening to
brother.
me. You haven't been
Yeah.
listening to me telling you off.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you've got a green screen.
Yeah, I do, man. Yeah, I got a green screen, and yeah, it's not up right now. I was just gonna come live for a little bit. I wasn't planning on staying long.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I
nice
got
to
a green
see you.
screen. Good to see you, bro. I mean, long time, man. I've been out the mix, been just doing my thing, and yeah, it's freaking crazy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a little spiel, and then I'll get off, and unless you've got sort of any questions. But
No, I'm gonna talk, bro.
I'm really confident in my position where I'm at, which is that I know best. I'm the leader. I've got all authority. I'm the Christian holy leader in the earth. Everyone's bowing to me. So
Okay.
I'm like the real LSC. You said
Okay.
something about a fear tactic. What happens if you don't bow to Christ and do as you're told? What happens if you don't get born again or you fail judgment? You'll perish. You'll go to hell. You'll be out in the darkness forever. Everyone in this generation that's alive now, they're being raptured. They're being removed if they just simply fail to bow into Christian Concave's kingdom and make sure they're born again. So that's the mass majority. So a lot's happened since I last talked to you, Milton. It's the equivalent of Jesus between Jesus, like if you bumped into Jesus when he was 8 and then you bumped into him when he was 33, a lot's changed. You'd have a lot to tell you. So what I was saying to you is for the last 2 years, you haven't helped Christ or God at all. You were a concaver before me and we could all see you were a Christian. You probably follow Paul. You've wasted the last 2 years of your life. You've got however much time you've got left to bow to me and get working for my kingdom.
It's Sam. Check it out, man. So I have not been on the internet working for Christ. You understand? When you say that from a personal perspective, like, do I believe that you need Christ to be saved? For personally me, yes. But I'm not gonna go like say you have to do this or you have to do that. I believe people should be brought along slowly. I mean, you can't just beat them over the head, Sam. And that
you're Sean Milton, and you're not in the scripture. Jesus is the boss, and I'm his return. That's me. Now Jude, that trumps you, says, "With some save with compassion, and others save with fear." So how scared do I have to make you, Milton, that you're getting raptured in the next couple of months unless you start working for my kingdom that's Christian Concavers?
Why are you saying my kingdom and how
my
scared
kingdom that's come about?
Hey, listen. Hey, do the scriptures not say what am I supposed to fear? I'm only supposed to fear God, and you are not God. So I don't fear you, Sam. And in fact, I am the one who led you to Concave. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
So
how did I do that, Sam?
You think that you're above me or something because
no, I don't.
An elder,
I absolutely do not.
Right, you're older than me, old man. And as an elder, you would come across and figured out concave earth before me. And as an elder, you pushed me towards one truth. I'm younger than you. I'm dominating in this area. You weren't leading for concave earthers or Christ. I've stepped up as the youngster. I dominate. I'm teaching you Paul's false. I'm teaching you that you're bowing into the new kingdom that's come about, as destined, as prophesied, and you lost time wasting old man. You're going to humble and bow under me, or you're going to take your little laugh and get raptured like every other clown.
Man, Sam, you know who you sound like, bro?
What, sound like LSC or LSC?
You sound worse.
You sound like Hitler.
Worse.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, old man? You've got no idea of the real prophecy.
Had something, you know, Sam. You've got
no idea of the real prophecy.
You're never going to catch anybody. You're never going to catch any fish, bro. You're not.
No,
with
I'm
that coming
not going
across
to
like
get
that, bro.
Paulinists to be saved. They're going
You're
to
bringing
bow
all
to
that
the Son of
bullshit
Man
in,
that's
man.
wrathful and angry.
Yeah. Well, you're the
When
only
the
one who's
return of
wrathful and
Christ
angry, bro.
come, Milton, right? Explain to me now. I'll give you a minute. Tell me about what you're waiting for with the return of Christ, you stupid old underling.
You know what I'm waiting for, Sam? I'm watching. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't predict anything, right? I watch. And I've been
sending a
watching you.
holy angel
You know what?
to
I've been
remove
watching you
your
and your
smug,
pious
dumb,
ass.
little
Your
underling
pious
butt
ass scaring
out of here in a
everybody
few
away.
years, old man.
You scare more people away from concave Earth than
I'm
you bring.
scaring everyone, mate. I am the judge.
You do, bro. You do. You
I
scare the
am
shit out of
exactly
them, man. I
what
see how many
LSC
people
was
watch your
posing to
stream.
be.
Nobody.
You are one of 7.5 billion chumps.
Nobody
I'm the
watches
leader.
you, Sam.
You're bowing to me or you're getting
Nobody's
thrown out,
listening.
old man. You act
Nobody's
just like
listening.
a troll.
In fact, more people are listening right now than ever listen to you. So thank you.
95 people that love you and don't know me and are waiting for Paul or a flying horse.
I'm not talking about that, man. I'm just trying to communicate. This ain't about nothing, bro. All right? I'm not trying to push nothing on nobody. I want to talk to everybody. You got something to say? Let's talk about it. All right?
Yeah.
I don't need to push some.
I want to ask you a question. I want you to actually answer it.
Absolutely.
Not start rambling about other stuff. Just answer the question. So, what are you expecting for with your return of Christ? How old will he be when he first is seen or noticed? Will he be born in the earth or will he arrive from the sky?
You know what's really
is he
funny,
coming
Sam?
with clouds or angels or a flying horse? Where will he come to and what will he do? Floor's yours,
Let me
Milton.
give you an answer to that, Sam. I know this is going to happen. Okay, I know this event is going to happen, and other than that, it doesn't really matter. All right, does that matter? Does that matter for my salvation if I know exactly what it's going to look like or what it's going to be?
Yeah,
no,
because you lost. Milton, shut up and let me talk for a minute, please. Can you do me that favor?
That's all you do on your stream is just talk. So go on, by all means, Rasputin. Spiel, go ahead. Come on. Bring it.
When Christ returns, are you able to just judge yourself and have salvation, or would you have to bow to and obey Christ?
Absolutely. I have to, you know what I mean? Have to ask for forgiveness and be forgiven. That's it.
No,
right?
no.
That's it.
You need to bow to and obey him.
Of course.
Right. So I'm just saying, if I was him, you obviously don't think I am, but I'm just saying, right? If I was him and you need to then come under me and bow and obey, then if you carry on and you haven't, because you haven't, the last 2 years you haven't bowed, you're not
actually, it's been 5 years.
So what's going to occur in the future?
Actually, it's been 5 years since I did the video. All right.
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years of what, Sean?
5 years of taking care of my mom. 5 years of, being a father. 5 years of being a grandfather. 5 years of doing important shit. All right. Very important shit. 5 years of just being amongst God's people, not sitting in my friggin' room, okay, out amongst it. That's what I've been doing.
Is that what you're saying, that you've been a Christian for 5 years?
Actually, it's been about 7.
Right, okay. Well,
since I
was talking about is that all Christians are supposed to be looking out for the real return of Christ, the real prophecy that's been provided. Everyone like you wasn't just deceived originally with cosmology. You've been deceived with doctrine and prophecy. Paul's false. You've got the wrong doctrine. You're looking out for and waiting for the wrong prophecy. You'd figured out concave before me as an elder. You're about 15 years older. You're not above me, mate, just because you'd figured out concave a few older. I'm schooling everyone that Paul's false. You're waiting for the wrong prophecy. Hey. I fulfilled the real one. The real prophecy is that when I get here, you all bow and obey, or else you're getting thrown out. And listen to you, little chump, blind to it all, disrespecting me, rejecting
Hey,
every
Sam,
element of it.
Sam.
I've asked you
Hey,
what you're
Sam.
waiting for with the return of your
Hey,
Lord.
Sam.
You don't even know. You don't
Hey,
even have a
Sam.
theme for your
Sam, so this is the same guy. This guy right here used to talk about flat Earth. All right, and Uncle Milty here is the one who nudged Sam to Concave, and now Sam has went absolutely mad because he thinks he's the Messiah. So right on. I'm glad you came on today, Sam. Here, tell us more. So tell us, Sam, tell me how you used to push flat Earth. How right were you then? What happened when you used to push flat Earth?
See how long you can let me
What?
speak for without interrupting me, Milton.
No, let me. You already talked. Now I'm going to talk to you. All right. So
Okay.
this guy, the Messiah, was pushing flat Earth, and I nudged him along for years, not trying to beat him over the head, just little nice comments, Sam. And now look what I created. A complete monster. Now go ahead, Sam. Tell the people.
Sean Milton is not the only person that helped me figure out the Earth's concave. He wasn't the only elder that was a concave earther before me. I'm right now 36. I'm guessing he's about 50. He's about 15 years older. He didn't figure out concave 15 years before me. I figured out and exposed a lot. I didn't come out and make a video until I was a concave earther. I never came out professing flat earth. I came out pushed by the Father to make my first video to call out the concave gatekeeping false Christ, who is Revelation 6:2, rider on white horse, given crown, sent out conquering. I'm Samuel Owen, warrior judge, faithful and true, was running people against secret society since 2012. The elites had put their clock tower agency that they have waiting for to go to war with and try stop return of Christ on the internet with LSC and a network of trolls from 2009 onwards. I founded the holy war against the elite as prophesied, people against secret societies, 2012. 2015, I found the cosmology debate and started a war against trolls in 2016. 2018, at the beginning, I called out LSC. It led to his retirement. I got infiltrated by Josh Bolliero, Angelique Sedal, Cheryl Emery. 2019, infiltrators broke from me and took nationalized concave earth, smearing me. I founded Christian Concavers, the Holy Church, the Good Seed. I'm the Son of Man. I've announced my golden crown, sharp sickle. I've told everyone Christian Concavers is the kingdom and they're coming in or they're going to perish. Milton's been a trash mine, true for our troll, for the last 2 years. I blow you all out of the water. I got top score in England when I was 11. I'd blow him out of the water with IQ. You can't do spiritual IQ, but I've proven I'm the revelator. Milton follows Paul. He doesn't know what to look out for. I fulfilled the real prophecy and I teach it. I've come to warn Milton. He needs to alert all his family members. You're coming into my CC and bowing under me or else you're getting raptured. He wants to giggle and deny it all. Hell's tears. Welcome to the end world.
Hey,
you have one question for me, Milton. You disrespectful chump that doesn't know your place. I'll give you one question, Sean Milton.
Okay. This is good, Sam. What's one question to you? Or I'm allowed the question?
I'll give you, hellbound chump, one question and I'm gone. And I've warned you, Milton.
Great. First
you
off, Sam,
are in the fallen's kingdom until you bow to me and then you get to work for me spreading Christian concavers.
All right. Hey, Sam.
One question, chump.
All right, listen, mate. Thank you for coming on. Hey, come back for a second. I'm going to ask my question, dude. Ah, we can be civil. I know that. So
you're
anyway,
going to regret this when you're stood looking at me. I'm not,
dude, Sam, look.
Just spit out your question, you little underling chump that thinks you're above me. because
This is
you were a
good, Sam.
concave before me.
Thank
When you're
you.
15 years older, everyone would just have to see your channel, your playlist, your talk. You stupid little chump,
This is
laughing
good.
away with
This
your
is good.
specs on.
Thank you, Sam.
You're gonna perish, chum.
Damn. Sam, you missed your calling, dude. You should be WWE, bro.
Do you
I mean,
have
Vince
one
McMahon,
question,
you need to go
stupid chump?
WWE.
Do
You
you
are,
have a question?
man, you're a madman.
You difficult,
You are the
retarded old
quasi-luminous
critter.
of concave Earth. You know that?
Do you have
I've
a
been
do you have a
looking for
question?
some. You know, haven't been watching you enough, just because it's really, you're hard to watch. But yeah, you really went deep into it, haven't you? Man,
No questions, Milton.
dude.
None. Not
You
nothing
know,
to ask.
and this is what I want. This is my question, Sam. Let me.
Okay.
Are you familiar? I believe the concave Earth carries very powerful things, and
Oh,
sometimes
you
it
think
does
that
this.
Steven's possessed and he's
No,
not
no, no,
a
no, no,
full
no, no, no,
agent?
no, 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 no,
And
no, no. That's not my
Gibran as
question.
well. And me
Let
and
me
Josh
ask my question,
Poliero.
dude.
Do you know
Let me
what
ask
it
my
is, Sean
question. That is
Milton, you
not.
fat dick?
That is not my question, Sam.
Good
Let me answer
luck
my question.
repenting. Good luck
Dude.
getting born again.
Dude,
Good
dude,
luck
dude.
bowing into my kingdom.
Dude,
Good
dude.
luck, Sean Milton.
Dude,
You
I just want to
fat,
tell you, dude.
hellbound troll.
See, and you can listen in after this because I'm going to talk about this a bit. So, what the concave Earth
Sean,
information
for
carries
everyone,
is
it's CC or perish, you fat
it's called the
chump.
Messiah
You
complex,
stupid
Sam.
old blind
And
fat
I mean, I
chump.
get it.
Okay.
It will.
Okay.
This
All
is
you
so.
need to do is watch
It's
the
bow.
video on
All
my
I gotta do is bow to
channel.
you.
See you later, Sean Milton.
All right, Sam.
Bye, Sean's
Thank you.
audience.
Thank you, Sam.
You need
Thank
to
you
go
for coming
find
on.
Concave
You know, and
Earth Christian
God bless you. I mean,
channel.
you bless you.
You need to become part of the good seed, children of the kingdom, or else you're getting raptured. Lots been happening while this fat
I know you've been just droning on to nobody. You see, and you're teaching people
Sean,
this
cutie little Sean. I love you, and I tried to help you, and I warned you, you dumb fat
I love
shit.
you too, Sam.
See you
Because
later.
deep down, I
Enjoy
do
hell.
love you.
Enjoy the outer darkness forever, Mr.
All right,
Milton.
Sam.
Bye.
I love you. Have a good night. Okay. Oh, that was classic. Oh man. So yeah. So let's talk about this. So one thing I believe that's really trippy about the concave Earth information, you see, I believe it is truly like mind-blowing and powerful experience to understand and go through, you know, the concave Earth kind of it I don't know, it just kind of has an effect on you, and once you really take it on board, it can have a negative effect also. And Sam is suffering from at times it will go to an extreme Messiah complex, and I think it's because no one wants to pay attention to it, you know, and it scares people in a certain way. And so I think people who try to portray it, right, or try to reveal the information to others, can kind of feel, I don't know, yeah, like they, you know, they're on top of the world. They know, you know, some big secret, um, and that. Uh, that it can make you kind of isolate yourself and really feel like, you know, like, well, everyone doesn't want to know this, or they're intentionally trying to, you know, hide it. And maybe I'm, you know, something special. And the truth is, no, you know, the truth is that everybody's on a journey. And some people are not even on that journey. And I'm talking about some people in this world. Let's say, I think the craziest people in this world do well. I think the most narcissistic, sociopathic people do the best in this world, right? I think they are the ones who dominate, in fact, right? Your sociopaths like Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Yeah. So Sam, man, he's really got the Messiah complex. Oh my God. I'm glad I captured that. Wasn't trying to go live today, but for long. But that was classic. I mean, like Sam is missing, he's missing it, dude. I mean, he needs to go into WWE wrestling, right? Man, Luna, was that off the chain or what, dude? Shit. Man, that was bitching. I actually enjoyed that. My goodness. I can't wait to title this video. I think I got some clickbait here. I think I do. I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, so that is, ladies and gentlemen, that was Samuel Owen, Sam Hancock, the cuckoo for, man, he's mad. He is, what happened to that dude is bad. Fuck. I mean, shit. And that dude's going to talk about LSC? Oh, yeah. Oh, you should have seen it. You missed it. You missed it, Paul, dude. I know the dude is crazy, and you can thank a lot of me for that because I'm the one who kept on him and kept, about, because he used to push flat Earth, and I believe in people. So let me get back to that. Yeah, I believe in people, and I believe in people's journey to truth, right? So sorry, I got off track talking about that. Yeah, and I believe, like, the people who are controlling this world are so narcissistic and so, sociopath. If they're not in the know, if they're not actively working for the powers that be, they're ignorant, right to it. And I want to think that everyone, should have the chance to go on some kind of journey of truth. But the truth is, most people who really have it together, why would they go on some journey of truth? Like I said, these sociopathic people, these narcissistic people who have no room for creation, they have no room for a creator. They're empty inside, right? And so they'll never ever seek outside themselves, right? Because everything's, good, for them. Like, this thing works for them. Although certain people, yeah. And then you're going to have people who are just thinking something's off, right? Something is not right in this world, and they will just start to scratch at this and scratch at that and dig and dig and dig and dig. And I believe in those people, right? I believe that no matter where they're at, if they're, that's why I made that video earlier about the AE map. Just someone who has fallen for that, who hasn't really questioned it or known anyone from Australia, they can call me here. They're ignorant about the Star Trail still so many years later. And I just believe in people, giving them a chance, even though sometimes you can create a monster, which Sam he's really gone off. I think he's been really isolating a lot, and he just talks to the computer all day. Not like I haven't been doing that lately too, but so if you guys, man, if I start to go off, man, just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So you recorded it right on, Luna? Bitchin'. I'll have to make a little shorter video out of that. Man. He really is, yeah. He's like the concave Earth Hitler. I mean, shit. He wants to talk about LSC. Shit. Man, he's a militant motherfucker. Damn. Doesn't he look like he looks like a young Rasputin? Yeah, Sam Owens like a man, he's a Rasputin. And he is pious, man. He is on that Paul deception. Dude, I'm not tripping on that, dude. What's up with that? He is, right? Paul, is he not a concave Earth Hitler? I don't even, man, I mean, not like Hitler wasn't even that bad, bro. Hitler was like, stand up, Germany people, like he had the whole country behind him. Sam ain't got no one, dude. Like Sam will scare the shit out of everybody, dude. He's full on with it too. Man. It's like, and he's gotten so bad, dude. Like he started to go a little cuckoo, so I would just not watch. And then notice he's always on there. He's just preaching, bro. He's going off. Everybody. You know what's really crazy? Is everybody is a troll. Everybody's a real, like a troll network. We've all been, we've all been employed against concave Earth Christians. God, I can't even do that Liverpool accent. I bet you could, Paul. Liverpool. It's like John Lennon, right? Yeah, like Paul. I can't do it. That's a cool accent. It's usually kind of nice, but it can sound a little cunty at times. Okay, yeah. He was similar to that explanation the last time I seen him. Shame he's still that way. I know. He is concave Earth Hitler. And we've all got to have one, And so his thoughts are, that everybody's a troll and they have a giant troll network. And Stephen LSC was a giant plant by the Vatican. He's got a whole network of computer animators behind him. And yeah, and you have similar thoughts, Paul, right? You think he might be could be some kind of I know originally I believe Stephen was a Catholic. Even though I don't believe that Stephen has a whole network of computer people behind him. I do believe he makes his own animations. And I know one thing. I know that he was backed to create that recreate the rectilinear experiment. Yeah, but I mean, like, if we're going to compare it like Stephen to Sam, it's like ridiculous. Like, Stephen actually did something. Like, I don't know if let's put it this way, if LSC was a plant, right? Like, say he was sent to try to disseminate this information or stop people, like put it out there. They knew it was going to come out anyway. I find that really kind of weird because I'm talking about Steve, like, because that's the real character here. I mean, Sam's just a joke of a simulation of Steve. I mean, he uses all Steve's stuff, and if it wasn't for Steve, he would have never known this. And in that fact, I don't think I would have known it, or just about anyone on the internet right now would have. I don't, I don't know. I can't really say because I don't know. I'm really happy I did run across the information. I'll tell you that. And I'm happy that I was put in the situation I was put in to be able to receive the information, and I just think it was a divine intervention about me having to happen to move to Australia and to witness all these things firsthand, the southern stars and, distances. And it just really, it was able to really resonate and click with me. But yeah, I don't. So you think it's Freemason? Okay, they have to give the truth as well as lies. But in giving the truth, they can have a character to put people off looking at it. Enter Steve. Paul. I mean, that's pretty good. That is but would they have to put somebody who would be so talented? Somebody who's actually going to be able to render these amazing animations, like, or CGI, and like it's like illustrations, let me say, of exactly, and do all this work, and then to release all that. I think they would just start up a friggin' like a flat earth, concave earth bullshit community. All right, Luna, wash them up. Yeah, but this is I like talking about this sort of stuff because this is interesting. I mean, so it would be and I don't know. I'm still, like I said, undecided, and like Mr. Sam was trying to, how do I think the rapture is going to happen, or how do I think the return of Christ is going to be? Like anyone who thinks they know that got to be out of their freaking gourd. Hold up, I've got to get some water. I'm gonna just mute for 1 second. Hang in there. All right, I'm back, Paul. Yeah, it's really interesting. So you reckon they have to tell us, and they do. I know how they do that, man. They really do that, and they've done that, especially through this pandemic, right? They've done that with the whole COVID thing. I played a video on my channel, and I looked up that. I was trying to think of it's when they were actually planning the vaccine mandate. No, they were actually doing a study with doing a fake disease rundown. Yeah, okay. Let me put this up on the screen there, buddy. Most flat earthers in chat won't entertain because Concave of Steve saying he's God. Like Vladimir Lenin said it, the best way to control opposition is to lead it ourselves. Steve fits into that category. Well, I definitely would agree that he is very controversial character to be at the head of a movement. And that leads me to another question that I have for you, Paul. Do you use his information, his videos, his stuff like that to try to explain the concave Earth to people, to try to show it to people? How do you deal with that? How do you deal with talking to people? Do you tell people don't listen to him when he talks about being God, or just he's an interesting guy who has some very interesting things to say? I'm back. All right. Okay, so let me see. When folks ask me to explain concave Earth, I say I don't debate and I offer them concave sources. That is a very excellent thing to do, Paul. I believe that subtle is best. As I was trying to explain to Sam that, people are on their own journey, right? And you can't just like jack them, right? You can't flat jack them. That's a flat earth tactic, right? That is a Nathan Thompson yelling at school kids over a fence, trying to hand them flat earth flyers. I mean, you have got some balls on you. I'll tell you what, I don't care what the shape is, earth is. You go up to a fence with school kids playing on the other side and you start yelling shit at them about the shape of the earth, holy fuck, you got some balls on you. I'll tell you what, because if you were yelling at my kid on the other end of the fence, especially, not to mention, what kind of day and age, right, are we in where someone is going to yell over a fence at kids? I mean, come on. Shit, you wouldn't catch me dead talk. I don't talk to people's kids, all right, about shit unless I have permission from their parents and their parents are present. It's the last thing I would ever do. And that is ridiculous. So those kind of tactics are bullshit. And those kind of tactics piss people off. And those kind of tactics turn people away. Right? It's a ridiculous way to behave. Man, right? But I don't know if you saw that, yeah. And I don't know what happened to Nathan Thompson, but he was, I mean, some people like, hang on one second, guys. All right. Sorry, folks. We've got breaking news from my mom. Hang on one second. All right, sorry, my friends. As I said, yes, we have a breaking news from Wollongong, Australia. A train is derailed. Someone has purposely left a car on the tracks, and they've derailed a train. Breaking news. So, mom is out there on the mainstream media. She tells me every morning exactly what's not happening in the world. you see, I get it. Like, and God bless her. She's an amazing lady, and even she knows everyone's full of shit. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And also, my aunt Nola is bringing over a pavlova tomorrow. Breaking news. So yeah, so there it is. Yeah, they're militant, and they're yelling at kids about the flat Earth. I mean, I love the shape of the Earth debate, but I think there's certain places for it. And I agree that we should, teach the correct model in school, and that's a huge undertaking that I can see. Man, is that a long way away? Could you imagine a day that they taught it in school? Yeah, that day will. Yeah, I don't think that day will ever come. So let's get back to, the deceivers, the ones who push false narratives. So you do think, Paul, you think that Stephen is, where do you think Stephen's at right now, bro? That is the question. Where in the world is Lord Stephen Christ? Yeah. I mean, at least like Sam compared to Stephen, like Sam's like a shit. Yeah, I think Hitler would have been too good of a comparison. Like Hitler was loved by his people. Loved. Yeah. Sam's got no people. Sam has a flock of 0. At least I got 2. I got Luna G, and Paul. All hail. He could very well be in jail. See, now this is the thing, Paul. This is why I believe that I class LSC as a mad genius. Yeah. Yes, there's Sam. There's Sam. Shit. Sam's in the chat. What up, Sam? What up, Sam? So Sam says, Milton, you were a concave elder before me, but I blow you out of the water. Next level. Am your judge. Bye now. Says, come on. God wouldn't talk to me. God doesn't talk to me like that. And I believe God talks to me all the time. I believe I have a two-way relationship with him. That's right. Now, I ask, and then he gives me the answer. And then you want to know what the biggest problem with me is? I usually don't want to listen to the answer he's got. And that's why I get in the shit I get in, I mean, we all can, get in touch with the living God, right? We all know in our hearts, right? When we're doing something wrong, something ain't right. Yeah. And so when you start getting too pious, too, yeah, at least like it with Stephen, man, I believe, I believe Stephen is a mad genius, like a mad genius, crazy, like a fox. And I believe he believes what he believes. And I believe he has sacrificed like everything to just friggin' slam it out there. And I believe it had an effect on him internally, all the ridicule, and really turned him into a complete solipsist who really believes what he believes. And I believe that for someone to do what he did, to get sent where he got sent, and then to get let out and just bust ass and just make all these videos, that this troll right here, this guy, not a troll. Sam, you're not a troll, but you are a plagiarist. You are a complete plagiarist. You are a copycat, bro. You are a weak imitation, is what you are. And I'm sorry, bro. I mean, yeah, you are, just let me put it this way. Let me see if I can make a proper analogy, you know, because you're trying to play the same game as LSC. So, yeah, let's put it this way. So, I'll give you a Vegas explanation. If you guys were buffets in Vegas, all right, Steve would be the Bellagio Sunday brunch. It's got lobster and all kinds of crab legs. Sam, you would be the Royale Casino shit buffet with powdered eggs and God, it's nasty. Yeah, Sam. No, in fact, you wouldn't be that, Sam. LSC would be that buffet, and you would be the pig trough. Okay, I want to tell you a little story. There's a gentleman who lives outside of Vegas. Used to be way out in the sticks. It's RC Farms. He runs a pig farm, right? Stink the whole valley. Oh man, you go within miles of that place, it just stinks like pig shit. Now that all those pigs got so stinky and so many out there, well, he has a job, or he got a contract with the hotels that he drop off these bins there, and then they throw all their slop from all their restaurants and buffets straight into these big bins, and he'd just go pick it up, right, for free. To give it to him, he'd take that out there and feed those pigs, right? Well, that's what you would be. Okay, you would be that slop bucket. No, in fact, you wouldn't be the slop bucket. You would be the slop bucket after it came out of the pig's ass, Sam. That's what you would be. So that's enough. I'm doomed now. Doomed. Sam, please, son, you do not have that power. And yeah, I think I summed up Samuel. And I forgive you, Sam. I'm not mad at you. But yeah, I just think you lost it, bro. And so I'm going to disseminate the concave earth how I choose to, by just being me, right? Not trying to be something I'm not. I am just Sean Milton from Las Vegas, Nevada. That is right. That is me. I'm known and loved, Sam. You don't even understand. Yeah. I have a whole section of people that who are not not involved in this shit. All right. That is right, my man. But anyway, we're not going to make this on a bag on Sam. That's enough. And Sam, you have a great day. And if you want to watch Sam, you can catch him. They're right here, Concave Earth Christians. He would love to have you in the chat where he will ignore you and preach to you. And if you like to be preached to, then he is your man. You can learn how to hate Paul. Man, you know what, Sam, you would really hate these people that I kick it with. I go to this, they're a nice little church group. They're not even a real church, right? They meet at a home. And they are the Berean Bible Fellowship. You see, because I'm very new to Christianity, let's say, and such. So I don't proclaim to know this or know that or follow this doctrine or that doctrine or even claim I know enough about the Bible to make a proper assessment. I mean, a bit. There are some things that I do, do think I know, but I like to keep it open and listen to a lot of different people and viewpoints. And yeah, I go to this little Berean Bible Fellowship, and Sam would completely hate these people. Do you know what they believe? Now, these, unlike him, they believe that Paul is like, Acts 28. Like they believe that Paul has everything to do with everything. Well, like they say that Acts 28, like that was the stopping point of a lot of things, right? That is when the word went to the Gentiles, right? Yeah. So anyway, there's enough of that. Enough of that, because we get enough of that. I don't know, right? Is it all right not to know? I have my ideas about the shape of the earth and about how I think some things are going to play out, but do I know for sure? No, of course not. Of course not. So what I do is watch, and that's completely ridiculous. Sam, you're going to attack somebody's journey in life? Come on. Ridiculous, right? What have you been doing to promote my kingdom? What the hell have I been doing to your kingdom, right? Man. And if you can't just chill and kick it and be cordial with people, no matter what they believe, you're off. You are off because you're missing it. Because the connection is with the world out there. And I can't imagine how homie interacts with. Bye, Paul. God bless, mate. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. I'll put that up, Luna. It's just me and you now. If you say to yourself, I wish God didn't exist, he will take your mind away and sit you into a cauldron of fire, and pain is all you will be after you will know forever and ever. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one we fear. Sam's trying to scare me, wasn't he? Yeah. Didn't work. Goodness. What do you think, Luna? What do you think about LSC? What do you think about the concave Earth? What do you think about the shape of the Earth in a whole, as a whole? Hmm? You met Sam 2 years ago. How'd that go? Tell me about. Let's talk about that. We can talk about Sam for a while. Yeah. Earth's shape is spherical without a doubt. Okay, cool. Sick, dude. I mean, that's absolutely right. It's hard to really solve that problem without a spherical shape, is it not? Man, have I seen some try? There's a new guy, and I actually like him, man. His name is he's a funny character. If you okay, here I'll answer your question. I put a sentence in Sam's chat and he went off on me for an hour straight. I recorded it somewhere on my hard drive. Wow, maybe we could, do a compilation video or something. Right? Yes, we could. Yeah, Sam. I don't know how long you've been around, but if you've ever remember, there was a gentleman named Quasi Luminous. He was a flat earther, right? And he was Quasi, and he was a very special character. And I'm not bagging on him, but if you've ever seen the movie A Beautiful Mind, right? So Quasi thought that the flat Earth was the center to the candy cane universe. Like it was a like some. So there was a yeah, there was a. It was at the North Pole. There was an actual like some. I think it was some kind of a portal exit, and he believed in blood. Yeah, let me think what it was. Okay, it was blood over intent or something. He had some whole movement where you actually like spill your blood and like put it on some contract or something like that, right? And he would make these huge like beautiful mind things on the wall, like conspiracy kind of theory people do with strings and shit. And he'd cut out like he'd make all these boards with all these cut out different advertisements, and man, he would go off for hours. And he would talk about, it being flat, and no one would listen to him because he was just when you're a little too crazy for flat earthers, something's the matter, right? Like something's really going on when you're too crazy for them, right? But yeah, he was one, and I knew it was coming down to it because he's getting pretty wild on camera, right? And just saying some outlandish things. That's what I like to do. Like I said before, I like to look over the internet and look for people who are skirting the edge of something, right? Any kind of edge. That's cool. I'll give it a watch. And he was hard to tune out. He was, and he wasn't bad, like crazy mad like Samuel. He wasn't, like WWE. Man, Sam was going off. He was just a nice, kind of a nice crazy guy. But yeah, and this is what set him off, this flat water thing, and it just went him, and he made his own. They make their own fantasy worlds, fantasy, and Quasi had made one, and then one day I knew it, like there were some authorities coming, and Quasi had it all on tape, right? And they came up in old Quasi's apartment and they jacked him. Man, they tackled him, and he was saying all kinds of things. Yeah, he was crying, in fact. Oh, fucking cops. Not fucking cool. Not cool that you got to jack poor Quasi-Luminous up. And then he's disappeared. Never seen him again. Never seen nor heard of Quasi again. And he was a very, he was a character. Yeah. Well, wherever you're at, Quasi, here's a shout out to you. Oh, Paradise is saying we miss you, Quasi. Wherever you're at, whatever institution they've locked you in, we hope for your freedom. We hope the medication has not affected you. And yeah. That being said, and so there we go. An episode of the wild and interesting characters on Paradise Found's channel. In fact, let's look up some of those interesting characters while we have some time. Why not? I'm going to just hang out for a little longer. I like doing this, you know? Let's see. Let's see what we can find here. Luna GG, would you like to see some interesting characters on the internet from Uncle Milton's book of interesting characters on the internet? Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find. Okay, hang on. YouTube. All right. Okay. This guy here. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Let's check this shit out. Let's see. Okay, you guys ready to get into some Q-tard shit? Because like I said, if you're going to find some interesting characters, then you're going to need to look into some Q-tard stuff, which I believe they have some things here, right? The Q community. I was watching some very interesting. Let's see what we can find here. Baby Q plus. So this gentleman here, Austin Steinbart, during the last election, he came out.
Hi everyone,
and
I'm
said,
Carrie Cassidy from Project Camelot.
He came out and said, "Oh shoot, hang on. I need to go back." Is the volume working on that? Or no? Hang on. Let me see. Let me do that again. All right. Before, I don't think I added the audio on that. So we're going to go back. Look at the old man go. All right. Let me see. All right, as I said before, so yeah, I was during the presidential election, I was interested in this Q stuff. Well, this guy in particular, this Austin Steinbart character, I found he was interesting, and he had some ties to LSC, right? And I am trying to, let me see the videos. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let me see. 3 months, man. 1 month. They're still, they're waning. They were gaining some traction, but I found this character very interesting, right? So he came out. quite a while ago, and I was looking for some of his old videos that I can't find. So let's see if we can play, if we're allowed to play.
Which as people are talking about, is that something we should be looking into, or?
So I can't say too much about it right this second, but it's kind of a weather machine per se, like a rain making machine. It's like almost amazing, like how crazy they are and how short sighted and like evil they are. Explicit as you'd like.
Oh, good.
If I was to make a Game of Thrones metaphor right now, she's like the Iron Throne. She's sitting on the Iron Throne.
Ooh, boom. Game of Thrones, Concave Earth. So yeah, this dude right here, Luna GG, Austin Steinbart, he has some connections to LSC, right? And he came out and said some very outlandish things around. He talked about time travel. He talked about this quantum computer, right, that is controlling that Q board. So he talked about this quantum computing and how it worked, and how he is an agent that works for forget what 3-letter agency, but they're actually, good. And he is actually Q from the future. Like, no, he is not. Sorry. He is Q, and Q posts things on the board for him as secret messages. His future self. That's very trippy, right? Yeah. But he did, this is what the trip is, right? So he did show me like one real big proof that, there was a couple proofs that went up on the Q board after this guy made a video, right? So he was doing an interview. Wish I could find that, right? And someone asked him, what's your favorite song? And he made reference to some song, some trip hop or some dance music song that I don't EDC, or I don't know what that music is, but yeah, he said this random song. And then the next day, this Q drop happens, and it's a post of this song. And I thought, and they're saying that it's, proof that he really was who he says he was. And that was not it. Like he says that, he works for this agency, and he also showed all kinds of videos of him doing shit that was illegal. Yeah, and they arrested him. Of course. And Big Daddy was right again. I was on it. I was like, this is something you probably shouldn't be talking about. I don't know. What do you think, Luna GG? Do you think they're going to come for Big Milt? Think they're ever going to come for me? Nah. Maybe. Dude, I mean, we should be, we are on the old lady's territory, me and you, Luna GG. We're Commonwealth brothers, We are brothers in the Commonwealth, my man. Yeah. What, Luna GG, do you like Maple Leafs, man? You like hockey? Tell me you like hockey, please. Come on, Luna. I mean, you got to. I mean, you're Canadian, right? Real Canadian? Yeah, so this dude's weird, like interesting. And then he does a Game of Thrones reference, right?
That is,
and we know the Game of Thrones,
the most formidable Queen Satan
has a
at the moment.
Concave Earth
Tell us
reference.
what's in Greenland. Why is it so important?
Yeah, so
Did you see that, Luna GG? I was just talking about that old bat, and then he talks about that old bat a lot. He talks about the one, the one who we will not The lizard lady. Yeah, we won't name her, but she runs a lot of shit. Yeah, and speaking of her, do you ever see that video where like kids are scared of that lady? They're very scared of her. Yeah, I think that the kids might, see things for what they are. Yeah, so he's very. Oh yeah, he also. This was another weird shit that happened, bro. So this dude right here made a threat for the friggin' Duchess of Denmark to step down, right? And give us Greenland. Trump wanted Greenland, right? For all the minerals and shit. And it happens to be controlled by Denmark. And so this guy said, you've got like 30 days to step down or we're going to take you out. He basically said he was going to, like take her out, right? And sure as shit, she stepped down like 2 days later. I was like, holy fuck, you're kidding me, right? Really, really. So, yeah, he also, wanted, yeah. And so when people start pushing the boundaries of things and they're saying some things, or well, at least, yeah, I kind of know when they're kind of going off the rails. But I think they let certain people like Sam just spout because no one's listening, no one cares. Yeah, but I could see Sam, he's going off, dude. They'll be coming for him, and I hope they don't, I protect anyone's right to say anything they want to say. He does, and he needs love, and I do realize a lot has happened in that young man's life. And I by no means of judging Sam whatsoever. So in fact, yeah, forgive me, Sam, if I offended you, because I don't mean to. I still love you. I want you to come back down, and join me, Sam. Sam, come back down and join me in a peaceful mission to convey some concave Earth information, and yeah, and be a little light and uplifting. I know the world's ending, but shoot, not right now. We can have a little fun, right? We can talk and we can see interesting people like Austin Steinbart. Bet you haven't even. Bet Sam hasn't looked into anything except for his own head in a long time. Yo, Zenith Atlas in the house. What is up, dude? You missed it. You missed out. I didn't mean to go live today, but it just so happened. And I went live and I had a very special and interesting guest. And we had an amazing conversation. Let's just say it was fire. It was on the point. It was WWE. It had all the aspects that you want in an amazing chat. I had the one, the only Samuel Owen Hancock on my channel to tell me exactly how things should go. And I was very graced by his presence. And he put on a full display of amazing concave earth power. And I was humbled in his presence, and I was completely embarrassed and felt very small. Yes, I was graced with the second, third, or fourth coming. I'm not sure. And you missed it, but that's cool. It's all there, recorded on YouTube for histories. For history, the recording of history, and Sam was in full regalia. He was in character 100%. You ever notice how Sam he looks up into the corner? It's like, I don't know what he's looking up at, but if you ever look at Sam, he's always looking up. He's always looking up. Kind of strange little look there, right? To be, staring up into the corner. But anyway, so we're here and we're talking about Mr. Austin Steinbart.
So first unveiled on the BBQ Plus program here. So
world exclusive. Good stuff.
Democrats would die in 10 seconds if the media wasn't just being so dishonest and blocking tackle for them right now, right? So
that is just an excellent idea.
It seems like you've done some.
I am going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to end the stream. And I'm gonna rename it What Concave Earth Battleground with Samuel Hancock. Okay, I am going to do that right now. So thank you guys for joining me this amazing stream. So I'm just going to stop it now so people don't have to try to go through 16 hours of, I know how hard that is. So thank you for joining, and I am going to start up again. And so if you're around, just hang tight. I'm going to bring Zenith Atlas on, and it's going to be epic. Peace. Good day, sir.